Virtual tablet, cool. So I didn't do any orthographic views of this chicken, so we're just gonna kind of free ball it. So what does it look like? I'll go with box. Who's Dave? Oh. What's a Dave? What's up, Dave? A wild Dave appears just when you need him most. You don't really know why, but it transform. I thought I explained it. Did you not understand? So in Unity, or rather in I guess 3D, but let's talk about Unity. What's up, Starlights, guys? So this is our vector, right? We're going to talk about 2D because you're making a 2D game, I assume. So this is X, this is Y, right? So vector 2 dot up is 0, 1. So that's this way. Vector 2 dot right is is 1, 0, which is this way. So that's for the whole world. So the world always stays the same. The world never changes in 2 dimensions, right? The world, Y is always up, X is always left, or it's always right, minus X is left, etc. But your object, so say we have, let's draw a dude with a nose. Let's draw not Mario. This is not Mario, right? So in 2D, Mario has a left and right, but also has a forward because his direction can change. So right now his forward is this way. So this is Mario's transform.forward. So it's the forward vector of the actual object itself. And if you rotate Mario this way, his transform.forward stays relative to him. So the world always stays the same. Vector 2.right, vector 2.up always stays the same. But when Mario rotates, his forward changes. So imagine Mario is your arrow. So as your arrow is rotating, its forward is changing. So if you want it to move essentially forward in the direction it's looking, then you need to use the object's forward. The world's forward in 2D is vector 2.forward is this way, and vector 3.forward is actually like this way towards us, like coming towards the camera. But you want the actual objects forward. So I hope that helps. Online this time, please. Wait, online as opposed to what? Chicken body. Posing a super cool panel at a con somewhere? Gotcha. I was trying to think of what are these alternatives to online. I guess real life is an alternative. Looks like the people want it. I think calling them people is kind of a stretch. Oops. Humanity will be closer to your president next week than you guys? Closer to president? Where are you going? Oh, is it? Wait, is the president? Is the U.S. president going to wherever you live for your very Netherlands, Canada? Belgium. That was my next guess. Was Belgium? You didn't even let me get there, Java. What the hell is that emote? Is that a potato? How do I know you're a Belgian, Java? You've never even invited me to your Belgian parties. You have Belgian parties? Oh, I guess you don't get invited either. Everyone knows there's secret Belgian parties. You learn programming or 3D modeling first? Technically programming. I learned Java in college. It's funny saying Java because Java source. French fries are actually Belgian? Wait. So they're actually Belgian fries? I knew something was wrong with French fries all along. But yeah, I learned Java in college. And then after I graduated college, I taught myself 3D modeling. And then I learned C# after 3D modeling. It was kind of a mixy order. Mixy-matchy order. Call French because they're Frenched? What? What do you mean? They're Frenched. I don't French my fries. I turned the butt into a heart. But chickens don't have actual butts. How long did I teach myself 3D modeling? I think I was doing it for like a year. I mean, I don't spend a year learning. Like when I say that, I mean like I spent like a month doing tutorials, and I started trying to make a game with one of my friends. So that was before I used to know how to do game programming. So I would work with a friend of mine who was a game programmer. We tried to make games together. And I would just focus on the art. And that's where I learned I don't just like doing game art. Most elaborate chicken body ever, and I just realized the head goes up there. That is not the neck. That is actually the chest. And I ruined everything. I was modeling this like a pig. Wait, is this a better pig body? Let's save that for later. A chicken kicking party? Why would you kick the chickens? They're your pets. They're your familiars. Their food. What's up, honey bunny? How's it going? Fish are, or chickens are friends, not food. Except for the one I ate for lunch. That one was food. But he wasn't very friendly. I had it coming. Why does angle Z method of clamp 190 transforming angles to the angle Z doesn't limit the variable into 190 but in 0 and 1? Not sure what you mean. What kind of tacos do I like? Usually chicken taco. Oh, damn. Found me out. Chickens are female? Yep. So she wasn't friendly. Oh, yeah, you're right. Well, how you know it wasn't he a rooster? I prefer roosters. I actually have a rooster. What the hell? Why can't I grab this? Rooster breasts made especially for me at the grocery store. Oh my god, Maya. Do I look like I'm clicking over there? Dude. Screw this program forever. I'm over you, Maya. I'm leaving you. I'm going to Moto. I'm going to 3DS Max. I'm never coming back. Do you just assume their gender? I mean, they lay eggs, so. Oh, right, they don't have necks. I keep stressing out about a neck, but they don't have necks. Our universe doesn't have necks. Looks like a bunker buster of a potato. Looks like a Thanksgiving turkey. I'm first, so my approach to 3D modeling is I like to model how the thing looks when it's cooked, and then I model what it looks like when it's alive. It's called the Emerald Lagasse approach. Whoa, that is... No, that's a quad. It's a weird quad, but it's a quad. Let's make a tail. Universe lacks necks, arms, and legs. What else does it lack? Do they have butts? Do the beings in shotgun farmers poop? I'll leave that up to you guys. Chickens do have necks? They do, but in the Shotgun Farmers universe, nobody has necks. So our characters are limbless. So are the animals. So all the creatures have floating heads, which make them really easy to rig. Which is not the reason I did that at all. It was like the one place I gave myself a break in the style of this game. The rate those guns are growing, there has to be fertilizer poop everywhere in the game. So I actually doubled the gun's growth speed because I wanted to see how that would be. Are you guys playing? So I doubled the gun growth speed and I halved the gun's lifetime. Mark Zorn!
Let's make them chickens evil.
Mark Zorn, thank you for the 666 bits! Picking up that bit, boss! I'm gonna play the game? If anyone's playing, yeah, I'll play a match. I want to see how these crazy new gun speeds are. If you want to play, Shavender, you can play as well by typing exclamation play into chat to download the game. It's going to be free for 3 more days before we get on Steam. I'll make a room with all the maps. 2-minute matches. And we're going to play Oddball because Oddball... Oh wait, 2 minutes too short for Oddball. Let's do 4 minutes. Let's do Countryside. Oddball is actually the game mode for the chickens. The whole point in the chicken... that was a lot of ads. Thank you for the bits, dude. The chicken is what you're actually going to be holding in the Oddball game mode. So I just read that as, are you the same market as the Buffalo spacesuit stuff? And I was like, I wish. I wish. Why are you buying like this, Jel? I just don't want to have to draw a side view. I'm just using it as my reference. Like the body is actually side enough. Like it's side-ish enough. The head is just turned forward, but the body is pretty side-ish. But I'm going to adjust it afterwards. Wait, Flothinator's in here? See how fast these plants grow now. You're trapped in the house? What? Uh-oh. What the f... What is happening? I can't get over there. What the hell? There's an invisible wall. How can you go over there? My character keeps getting stuck. Looks like Overwatch. Thanks. I can explain. Save them, Java! Save them! What the hell happened to the game? It's like started around here that I... Stuck in the wall with invisible houses. Or invisible walls. I don't understand. I don't see anything. Tear down this wall! What is that? No! It's the doors! It's the doors! Oh, what the f... It's the doors, 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 doors. It's the Maya scaling problem again. Stuck in my own house, I'm sorry. This is so dangerous because if I export one thing and it changes the scale on its way from Maya to Unity, then it can just destroy the game like this. Right? Where the hell is the collider now? I know it's the Team 2 house. It's these boxes, whatever those are. Okay, so it's not the doors? It's something inside the house? What's up, Clayton? How's it going, dude? Bug indeed. Okay, it's a prop. It's the room door. Mother trucker. Yeah, absolutely, Fireman. It's the colliders on these room doors. They're as big as the whole map. Because when the door was re-imported from Maya, it was like, let me show you what a real collider looks like. Okay, that should be better. Large door scope. How happened to my pillows? Why are they black? Supposed to be red pillows. Try to keep it in scope, man. I thought giant doors would be a great idea. I thought they would be a new feature. Everybody loves giant doors, don't they? I'm gonna build and run to make sure this works. Speed hack, you saw nothing? Black pills kind of work. Yeah, they did. Those cows look delicious! Cows are friends, not food. Come on, Unity. You can do this. Build it. Build it. What's up, my man? How's it going? New friends? I need no friends. Need to get rid of all of them. The soldiers from the rocket launcher are so good. I actually didn't make those, so I won't take credit for that. What happened, Ghost? My Maya to Unity connection is messed up, so when I export props to Unity, it's scaling them incorrectly. So last time I fixed the doors, it scaled the doors to be giant, and so their colliders were giant. Which means I need to delete Maya and install Mega Maya. You hate exams? When did you like exams? Make sure I actually leave. Hello, Mr. Cow. Or Mrs. Cow. Oh, it's your little baby cow. I'm gonna kill it. Oh, it's impervious to my attacks. So whenever you see a brown cow, you can be sure that it'll poop out a sniper. What is that? Whoa! What? Why does the brown cow's feet have Z fighting? Oh man. I think there's a mesh error on the cow's feet. It's a frog cow webbed feet, right? Do the bottles break yet? No. They do not. They do not. Alright, I'm gonna push this fix. Because I'm a jerk. And while that's getting pushed up, let's continue with that chicken. They'll break someday, my man. But not today. And probably not tomorrow. And probably not the day after that. Definitely not the day after that. Just make them disappear and smoke magical bottles. Now you see them. Now you don't. How am I going to make the... What I should do, I should cut off these faces and extrude the tail myself. One tail. What is a decal system? It's a system to make it, imagine like the spray paint system in Overwatch. So it's something that lets us just stick textures onto walls. It allows us to do things like add grime to the walls so they're not looking the same. Put posters on the walls. Put like different effects on the ground so all the ground doesn't look the same. Someone dies during an exam, all students will pass the exam they're making. Also, if a fire breaks out, all students pass their exams that day. Yeah, I think we have that here too. What if someone dies in the fire? Does everyone get an A+? She reminds you of a dick butt? Why? Chicken is cute. Thanks, Star. Why is my computer slowing down so much? Oh, probably because Unity's building. Can you post a link to Dick Butt? Please don't. It's not safe for work. So it's not safe for stream. What's the dealio here? We all float down here and me. What? Chemistry is easy peasy lemon squeezy? I struggle with chemistry a little bit, I think. See you, my man. Have a good one. Because I had someone who farted in front of him, so he reported that to lax. What's a lax? Okay, I pushed a build with what should fix that house bug. This looks like a fish. It's a complaint hotline for duchies for complaints during the exam. You have a complaint hotline? I want a complaint hotline for life. Alright, there was a complaint hotline for the stream. What would be your complaint? No bottles breaking. Quasi's a jerk. Too much Quasi timid, guys. F12 to complain. I ask you a serious question, and everyone just makes fun of me. Complaint, no pants. Too many pants. Not enough banana hoodie. Damn it, Shroob. Student had a complaint that a website she had to use during the exam was offline. But the fact we told the entire group the question not count for that result. Damn, Java. Stream while I work, that's my biggest complaint. Yeah, I tried evening streams when I tried all kinds of stream times when I first started. I tried evening, I tried night. And I really liked the day because the day is when I actually work. Like the day is when I do my work. And so not doing work until nighttime because I'm streaming at night just didn't seem like it made sense for me. Like night, I think night streamers make sense when you're at work during the day, like when you have a day job. Like that makes total sense. But for me, I work all day on my games, so by the time I would stream at night, I would be too tired to stream. Tomorrow there will be a lot of complaints about the Dutch exam. They make the Dutch exam always too hard. Oh, that sucks. Evening is different than night. It's the same thing. It's dark out, spooky ghosts outside. Evening, night, same thing. You're making fun of my misspeaking? Oh, I don't even know what I said anymore. Alright, I think we're done with chicken body. Nice little goldfish body if I want to put fish in the game. What's up, Java? Cursed stream delay? Yeah, I know. By the time someone says something about something I said, then I forgot what I said. It's the worst. Change the mode to chickens and call it Squawking Dead. That would be awesome. What would the chickens do? They'd have to be able to attack and stuff, and move, and walk, and breathe, and talk. All right, done. Ship it. There's a chicken. Did you design the sexual part of it? Do chickens have sexual parts? They're birds. I actually don't know how birds reproduce. I mean, obviously the eggs, but I don't know how you inseminate an egg. A lot of people will pass the exam. So all you gotta do is sabotage everybody else to make sure you do well. Boom, problem solved. How do I make the gobble gobble? How the hell do you model this? We have a cloaca. What's a cloaca? Sounds hot. Guess a box. Fertilizer? What? Pretty big head? Thanks. Talking about my head or the chicken's head? They just lay the eggs and the male comes to fertilize them? No, that's how fish does it. I don't think that's how birds do it. But I wouldn't know, so. Maybe you're right. That's how like reptiles do it too, I think? No, just fish. Do they reproduce like mammals? Like, do they engage in animal intercourse? So it is just like mammals. See, we're learning about farming. Damn it, Maya, would you just... There we go. Never saw pigeons getting on in New York? No, I don't think I ever did. I've seen squirrels do it. I've seen elephants do it. Never a bird, though. Biology exams next week. See, we're tutoring you, Haystein. Sperm goes in the cloaca. Oh, okay. So the female, so chickens, like the hens, don't have vaginas. They have the cloaca. Part of a game about pigeons pooping on people. I have to learn about this stuff. Research. Gobble, 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 gobble. Realistic design. Better believe it. The poop egg hole. Oh, now I understand what you were saying. I wish I had a poop egg hole. You want an omelet now? You can't make omelets in shotgun farmers. Or can you? What an educational stream, right? I'm learning so much. Throwable eggs, but still no throwable axes. God damn it, 20C. $14 quails and 2 chickens. The quails can get rough during system. Do you really raise quails and chickens, Epic Error? What? That's so cool. Only thing I ever raised was like a goldfish. And it died. The first day. One day I'll double access and I won't know what to do with myself. You can do it in the game. Well, I forgot what the button is. J or something? Where's the axe? Over there. I got rid of all the trees because I hate them. What is it, J? Yeah. Oh, no, J kills myself. That's not how you throw the axe. How do you throw it? Is it K? H? No, H hurts myself. G? No, G throws a golf ball. This is grenade. Grenades everywhere! K? L? M? N? O? P? Nope. T? Y? U? I? O? P? R? V? C? F? D? How the hell do you throw? Oh, maybe I got rid of it. No, I don't know. Looks so good. Those trees didn't fit the art style, so I have to figure out how to make better trees. Damn, that's nuts, Epic. How do you throw... Oh. Right click to throw. I didn't realize we did it like that. Axe golfers, the successor to shotgun farmers? So... Where's the axe? Really? No, I don't have an axe? There we go. Current held pick up. No, screw it. Can't throw. I'm going back to work. Will never happen, 20C. Even when I have it in the game, I can't even have it. It's not meant to be. Gobble, 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 chicken gobble. Procrastination. How do I round these out? You're a gobble, gobble. He lies to everyone. I mean, the code is here. It says, if current held pickup and current type equals melee and can be thrown, oh. Is that why? Axes cannot be thrown? One more try. We request a shout out for Windybeard Games and his new game on Greenlight. Yeah, do you have a link? Oh, you already dropped it. I haven't actually seen it yet. I gotta take a look. Oh. Well, there you go. The super advanced throwing feature. That is so balanced that you throw it to it's an onside throw. Yeah. Oh, there you go. That was a throw, all right. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Got it. Great throw. Thanks. Anticlimax? I checked out Windybeard's game on the Kickstarters. Windybeard presents Dreamstones. I'll narrate this for him. Without biceps, arms in general, throwing is a bit hard. The people of the kingdom lived in peace and harmony, playing games. Wait, I wasn't done. It finally happened. Not all was as it seemed. There was a flash. That's a run-on sentence. All was lost. And it is your job to rebuild. Ooh, a building game. Oh yeah, this is Winterbeard's game. Vegetables. Gotta support fellow vegetable games. It's a breakout game? I had no idea. I never did realize that when he was developing it. I've actually seen the being played. That's really interesting. You get its top-down breakout, kind of. I really don't think there has been a breakout game like this before. Oh no, the text didn't fit in the black bar. It's a breakout RPG, that's crazy. Yeah, those weapon icons though, god damn. Shotgun Farmer's map looks cool, thanks. This is the windy farm. Vote yes. I like it. Dreamstones. Boom, I logged in. Wizorb, I remember that game. Boom. I like free key. Damn it, Longbow. Get your ass to the Steam store right now. Even though there's no actual bearded dev involved. Sweet. But yeah, guys, check out Dreamstones on Steam Greenlight by fellow game dev streamer Windybeard. Beep-a-doo. What are we doing? Oh yeah, we're making a chicken. Gobble gobble. I'm gonna keep saying that until this part is done. See Haystein, good luck. Can we get some Haystein luck in chat? So this jerk doesn't fail his exams and then die. Because that's what happens, I'm pretty sure. Haystein luck. Oh, no. I didn't mean us wishing Haystein luck. I meant Haystein wishing us luck. Haystein doesn't need any luck. He'll be fine. Give me luck back then. If I die during the exam, everyone passes. Something to think about. No, don't do that. If you die, then who's going to make sure we commit and that we're within scope and that I'm not procrastinating? All right, gobble gobble. I think you're gobbled. I think you're as gobbled as I want to gobble you. Kind of which parts of you are rounder. This part, and this part, and this part, and this part. We're gonna keep it a separate mesh too, so that we can more easily VMap it. Stick the head back in. Becomes an arsonist, or however that write that. An arsonist, somebody who's obsessed with arses. It's messed up. See ace nine. Everything is fine except for this here. Alright, gobble gobble. I'm gonna stop finagling with you. Just accept you for who you are. I say that, but then I see a thing that I have to fix. Ooh, there's a bunny in my window. Wish we had bunnies in the game. What if bunnies come out of the ground, they run by, and if you shoot them, you get a free rocket launcher? Because, you know, bunnies are made of carrots. Ethan actually uses Firefox to watch Twitch. What a monster. Go police! Please, officer. It was just an idea. No worries, Java. You never have to apologize for not being a subscriber. Alright, Gobble. You're all gobbled up. You're all gobbled up. We need a beak. Every chicken worth its feather has a beak. How do we make a beak? Cylinder, I think. Double loan to pay off? What do you mean double? Just whatever loans you have, they charge you double for it? Too much time spent on Gobbler? I know. What's wrong with a cone? The problem with cones is, so like, if so this is pretty much what a cone would look like if I started with it. And once you have, where is it? So this would have been a cone. Once it's like this, it starts to become very difficult to create loops along the cone. So I like to start with a cylinder because then it's easier to just break the cylinder up like this and taper it. For our current apartment and one for our new place. Gotcha. Oh, I thought you meant like student loans. Oh no, I missed some faces. Forgot there are other kind of loans in this world. My life is just all student loans. Question is, do their mouths open? I think that would be out of scope, but it might actually be easier to just model the two beaks separate anyway, so never mind. Like the two parts of the beaks. Chicken beak. Let's Google this thing. Whoa, chickens look angry. Why are chickens always so damn angry? You think it's because we're eating their entire breed? Or their entire species? The other party I'm voting for in the UK general election wants to scrap tuition fees here. That's awesome. Free college. Isn't free college a thing in a lot of countries already? So the goblin will get its own ragdoll physics. Can we get some scope for Jacob? I did see an asset. It's called Dynamic Bone something something. And actually, it might just do what a ragdoll does. It might just set up hinge joints on the thingy. Education is a right, not a privilege. It really should be education right, not a privilege. Yeah, yeah. They just recently announced, I believe it's New York State that's doing it, like a huge scholarship for anyone who's making below a certain income. Anyone who's parents making below a certain income, they will get like $100K to go to college, or I forget the exact specifics, but they'll get the scholarship for college, which is awesome. From experience, I'm the one teaching. Oh, look, it's happening again. Should make a tutorial stream about 3D modeling. Yeah, I've wanted to make tutorial things in the past, but I'm really bad at turning on the camera when I don't have to stream and like recording stuff. Like really bad at it. Record it live? Well, I would be alive if I was doing it. But the problem is recording it live is I would have to ignore, like if I was actually streaming while doing it, then I would have to ignore chat the entire time, which makes for like a really weird stream, in my opinion. Because I've watched a few tutorials before where the person was actually streaming, and I'm just like, and they're just, you know, they're talking to these people that aren't there for me, like these invisible ghost people. I'm like, dude, talk to me. I'm here to learn. Stop talking to these jerks making jokes. So I don't like the idea of having to do a stream where I'm just like, hey guys, I'm not going to talk to you for the next 2 hours. Just hang out here. Or even for any period of time. Because like, so the problem, for my opinion on streams like that, is if it's somebody's first ever time on the channel, and their experience is that, then they have no idea what it's actually like to be here, right? And they might leave and never come back. And I'm I would do the same thing if I went to a channel and it wasn't what I was looking for. So I'd rather people come here, they get like what this channel is about, you know? Can the bottom beak just be this beak upside down? There we go. That's good. I like this. Toucan chicken. And pause to answer questions. That might work. Two beaks. Baka! Oh my god, it looks so bad. Don't ever open your mouth, chicken. You don't have a mouth to open. That's the thing, right? Beak's a little bit big. It's a damn chicken. Make the beak separate pieces. You have to animate them when it crows. Oh crap! Wait, chickens don't crow. We're fine. Should make a teaser trailer. I need to make a trailer where a chicken tells you about the game. That would be awesome. But it would take me at least a week to animate, or to like make a chicken that can actually talk and stuff. So he speaks with my voice. My voice is weird. I don't sound like a chicken. He has to have like a British voice. Those are the best trailer explanation voices. Anybody in chat have a UK dialect? Oh, I never got to show you guys how amazing the fence system is. Dude, it's so good. Look, so the west side fence is made using the fence asset, right? And so these are the three objects. There's an object called, so this is the actual fence that's been created and then merged into one giant object. You can see the collider I generated using the things to keep you from going outside of the level. But this is the actual object. This is the editor for it. Where's closed loops? So if I turn on show move insert, I can grab these thingies and just frickin', oh, that's the wrong place to move it. And just move the fence. And the whole thing moves like magic. Like pure chicken magic. You can fake a British accent with a slight Texan drawl. That's awesome. Wait, do you have a Texan accent, Chew? Look at this. It's so cool. Then you can do things like, oh, I want the distance between the posts to be longer. I want more randomization in the heights of the post so that they're some are really tall and some are really short. And turn off the move gizmos. I can even make some of them missing. You can do randomly show choice of missing rail, a chance of a missing rail, chance of a missing sub rail. And then I even added my own feature to it, which is this offset. So you can actually offset every other rail, which is what we needed for our Western rails. You can ground them, you can center them. You can set their positions anywhere along the post. It's so amazing. Does that mean the chickens built the fences? Fences magic, right? It's so good. This asset saves so much time to putting these fences around, be able to move them. Then you can do like global scale, of course, global height scale. So I've only done it so far in West Side. I haven't actually done it in the other maps yet. So I have to remake the prefabs for those map fences. And then if you move the terrain or anything underneath it, the whole fence will go up, and oh my god, it's so amazing. And then you can merge everything down into your actual fence. I don't think I do. When I talk to anyone outside of Texas, they say I do, so yes. Yeah, like, do I have a New York accent? Lower $35. Yeah. Like, I was trying to write my own fence thingy, and I'd already spent like 2 hours on it. $35 saves so much freaking time. And now we can always use it whenever we have to adjust fences for a map. What's up, Rafi? Glad the asset worked out. All thanks to you, you jerk. So you're finally getting around to making the chickens. Does this mean you're getting ready to implement the farmer versus chicken horde mode? Yes. That's actually the only reason I'm making this chicken. Just gonna set it up so there was an indent here. Don't have to worry about polishing this too much since we don't even know if the chicken's gonna need to open their mouths. Like, I don't even think chickens don't even open their mouths when they do the not the cock-a-doodle thing. Even that, I don't think they open their mouths that much. But like when hens make noises, their mouths are pretty much closed like the whole time. They just go buck 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 chicken sounds. The squawking dead. The chickening. I have an Upper New York accent, but I'm not from Upper New York. I'm not getting an Upper New York accent, am I? You guys would tell me if I was, right? The squawking dead is good. I'm from Queens. Or I was like spent most of my life in Queens. Queens, New York. And no one actually talks like that. That like New York accent from TV. I've never met a single human being who talks like that. Sure, they're out there. I think most of them have died off. The I'm walking here people. Alright, why am I spending time on this beak? Start talking like that on stream. I don't even know how to keep that going. Okay, now what's the goblet thing? Just like a. It's just like a flat. It's just like a flat thing. It's not like a turkey's. It's just small and flat, like this one. That's a rooster though. Let's look at hens. Yeah, hens have it too. I'm squawking here. Oh. There should be a 0.17% chance that if you shoot a chicken, it goes, I'm squawking here. That would be amazing, right? You used it a few years ago, and yeah, the accent's everywhere. But I don't think you hear much because you're used to it. Or I feel like people from other states are just hearing it, even though that's not what's actually happening. This looks terrible. Oh wait, it doesn't look that bad. Just needs to be more accentuated, exaggerated? Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. I'm squawking here. All you New Yorkers talk alike. Them lay eggs or have them throw at you. That would be awesome, but we don't have enough time. My dream when I originally came up with this game idea was that the chickens would lay grenades and you could pick them up and throw them at each other. But, yep, never got to it. Never had the time. Squawk, 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 squawk. Worked in New Hampshire for a few months on a contract, and boy, did I always get asked the weirdest questions about Texas and stuff. Like what? Tell me so I can ask other Texans these weird questions. Did you just hear a frog? No, that was just me. Sometimes I get froggy. Well, this is the Firewatch soundtrack, so it could. Oh wait, no, it's not Firewatch. It's Hyperlight Drifter. So yeah, no frog and Hyperlight Drifter. How many more verts do I need? Some of these are probably unnecessary. Alright, let's move on from that. We need feet and a wing. Feet and a wing. Kind of want to make this bigger. People ask me how many cattle I have here and how come I didn't bring my pickup truck up there. I don't own a pickup truck? Wait, so you do own cattle? Feet are a box. You don't know, because you didn't say anything about not owning cattle. I'm just saying. One foot. How many talons does chicken have? Chicken feet. Should we go to game dev or nah? It's up to you, Darkwing. I got 3 toes and then 1 back toe. Yeah, chicken feet are gross. Ugh. Ugh. Stop. I don't want to see this anymore, but I need it for reference. It's genuinely gross. How do people eat that? I can't. It's actually disgusting me. I'm just gonna look at, like, looking at chicken feet on a live chicken doesn't bother me, but looking at cooked or severed chicken feet freaking me out. Engines that help in making an MMORPG. Making an MMORPG is a lot for small teams. There isn't really any engine that can do it for you. There are engines that say they can, but no one's really made anything real with them. Boiled chicken feet are the best. Stop, Norox. And throw up. I never knew they looked like that. As long as you BIOS on your computer. Good luck, dude. Sounds like it can only go wrong. Making sure you're anatomically correct when it comes to their feet. Yeah, that's true, right? I like to at least have the right number of toes and stuff for things. Like it makes them just a tiny bit more believable. Like it's good to, I think, have a little bit of a believability in your cartoon stuff. Like you don't really see a lot of cartoon characters with like 3 fingers anymore. I think it helps. How many arms do humans have? I think 3. 3 to 4, depending on the human. That crunch, ugh. You guys actually like chicken feet? You're making a mistake. I'm telling you right now. You're wrong. It's gross. Little hand. Little creeper hand. Local diner there for breakfast one day and asked for some salsa because there's nothing like salsa on an omelet. Then not a single person in the restaurant knew what salsa was. Is that the same thing as Tabasco sauce? I can see that happening for sure. You Texans in your salsa. See you, potato. Have a good night. So you're born and raised Texan, Shub? Sweet. Yet to visit there. So I'm going to make an excuse to go to South by Southwest or PAX South. You know what salsa is, my man? It's like a tomato-y, pasty thingamithing. Did I explain it well? I think so. So we don't really need a lot of these back here, but could make good use of it. It's getting kind of low poly compared to the rest of the chicken. Onions, peppers, mouth is watering. See ya. We sent Shub on a salsa spree.
Oh, yeah.
And Coffee Outlaw, thank you for the host. It's it's like a monkey's hand or something for feet. I lost a lot of the cuteness. Making chickens! We are indeed! What's up, Coffee? Welcome everyone from Coffee Stream. My name is Quasi. We're currently working on some chickens for the game Shotgun Farmers. It's a multiplayer shooter where your bullets grow the guns. You can check out the Steam store page right over here. I guess it's just got little hands for feet. I want to make them look cuter somehow. I think it's just because it's too long, which makes it look kind of ape-like. round and stubby, right? Should I round these out more somehow? Maybe more here. Okay, I think we're getting there. Game was great, thanks, dude. It'll look even better once we got some chickens. Everything is better with chickens. Except chicken feet. Chicken feet are gross. You need to refer to chicken legs again. You know what's kind of sad? There's no drumsticks in the Shotgun Farmer's world. You can't have fried drumsticks because the chickens don't have thighs. There's no such thing as chicken legs. They don't exist. That's so sad. What kind of freelance stuff do I do? It can vary. Sometimes it's pixel art. Sometimes it's art for streamers. Sometimes it's programming for companies. F and KFC stands for farmers. Give them thighs. But leave out the rest of the leg? You could. But no, because the shotgun farmers don't have thighs either. It's not worth it. Even the shotgun farmers only have feet, no thighs. Going to the game too? Yeah. So I do all, everybody who's new here, I do both the programming and the art for the game. So some days you'll find us doing 3D art. Some days you'll find us coding new features. Or fixing bugs and crying. And today we're working on a chicken for the game. And it's going to also be the same item. It's going to be the capture item for the oddball game mode. So in oddball, the ideal is be that when you're holding on to it, it'll just be a chicken flapping its wings. But yeah, we're crunching as fast as I can to get the game out on Steam as soon as possible. Yeah, except sound. And the antagonist for the Horde game mode. Damn it, Slark. Getting to the bugs and crying soon. I need to get more in the habit of fixing bugs on stream, because it happens we play, we find bugs, and then I'm like, alright, I'll fix these later, and then I just never do. And the bugs keep stacking up, and the game gets harder and harder. Programming is 70% crying, isn't it? It is 70% crying, 30% shouting, 0% happiness. I realized I ran out of percentages while I was doing that. What's my goal finish date? May 19th. Or the May 18th. Which is next week. Still trying to figure out how that's going to be possible. And it might not be, which is okay. You're enjoying the process, you're doing it wrong? No, I do enjoy it though. 90% if you're a web dev. Just look at Russia's elections a few years back, reaching 140% voters. Okay. Let's ship the feet. That's the feet. We got hand feet. Hands for feet. Wings. We need wings. Chicken wings. The wings are just like the tails. Like this feathering. I don't want to have to build that again, so there's our wing. Oh shit. Wait. That really does almost look like the wing from my drawing. Ship it. So the value no longer gets carried over, but the value can be modified within the level and it's not detected. What? Mother effort. What? How else can I do it? Mother farmer. So Norox is helping us by finding ways to cheat in the game. And I just can't seem to defeat this flying cheat. Trying to make it so that the player can't use cheat engine to change the gravity of the game. Move jumping clamp player to the ground at all times. You're right. Scope. That's how we keep it within scope. I didn't know cheat engine can change inline values. Are inline values stored to memory? What the frick? Cheat engines basically you can search memory for a certain value and then you can change that value. And so with gravity, it's the easiest because you can just search for the value 9.81, which is gravity. And so I've considered, should I just change gravity to a different value? Like, do some games just do that? And so the player won't know what to search for? There is the chance they get lucky and they find the exact value that I used for gravity. I've down-related to their gravity, so if they have less gravity, they die quicker. I mean, even if I do that, the problem still is that they will be flying in the game. And as soon as someone starts flying in the game, it destroys the experience for everybody else. And I can't even... Like, I can't even check the gravity value because then you can just change the value of that. You can change the value of my checking. I don't understand. Have 5,000 variables in the same value of gravity. Yeah, like I think I was talking to Mark Zorn who mentioned like maybe just have the gravity be like, but cheat engine does estimate it too. So even if I did like 9.81113344577, I think cheat engine checks within a certain range as well. Yeah, fall damage would help Jal. It would help kill the person, but it wouldn't stop them. So they would still be able to. They would still be flying. So when you change your gravity, you fall slower. So this person would still be flying around the level, killing people, until they fall and die, and then they would just respawn and do it again. It still wouldn't stop them. There's no way to stop access to the memory. So I'm using in Unity. You can like basically like fake encrypt your values, and I'm doing that for most things. And it works, but it works mainly because you don't know what those values are, so it's hard to find them. But for some reason, the gravity one always gets exposed, even though I'm encrypting the values. maybe a timer that kills you. Stuff like that gets into dangerous territory if like the player did jump off of a high place and they take a long time to fall. You know, and then it picks that up as a false positive. Like imagine jumping off the silo in Countryside. It takes a while to hit the ground. And we of course still need a ban kick system, but that doesn't actually solve the hacking problem. Because not everybody's going to do the banning and kicking. I'm also concerned about adding a ban kick system is that people are going to start abusing it. But I guess what can you do? Because I can't have a report system because I can't manage reporting. Like, if you report someone, no one's going to do anything about it because no one's there to read your report. So I'm sure not going to be. Gravity consists of two values multiplied together. That's the problem. You can change. I guess, yeah, as long as the player can never find those two, figure those two values out, we should be fine. So that might work. Yeah, assign multiple values that determine gravity, and as gravity wouldn't change, they can't search for value by detecting changing values. Yeah. That could be a good way to go about it. I'm gonna write that down before I forget. So gravity is based on different values multiplied together. You're better off using gravity in another spot, so if they change that location, it's also used in a way that is really bad. Makes them like just disappear or something. Yeah, having 5,000 fake variables with the same value as gravity. So Cheat Engine makes it. So I actually got Cheat Engine over the weekend to learn all this stuff, so I could get better at defending against it. And it makes it really easy. Basically, it searches your memory for everything that has that value, and you can just change everything. So you could very easily change all 5,000 values until you get the right one. Like it does it all in one execution or whatever. When I jump, I can see which values are being modified. What do you mean, Norox? Based off of days instead of seconds. I think what happens is no matter what we use to calculate it, it still comes out to that value, right? Doesn't that value still get stored in memory? Does gravity change when you jump? It does not change. It's constant. Whoa. Calm down, Maya. If it's just write one to static location, that's one thing. If it's constantly rewriting a location, it's another. Yeah, it can do both. So if we have a static gravity value, you can change that, and if it's even if it's a you can, it also consistently changes the value. You know, the cheat engine being obviously the most common way that people know how to cheat, we definitely gotta find a way to defeat it. At least for this. Like I think we've protected everything else. Like it's hard to change your HP, it's hard to change your ammo, right? But this is the one thing that's super exposed. So what used to happen is gravity was an actual value, was an actual variable that was easily changed, and so I moved it into just being an inline value, and I thought that would help, but that doesn't make a difference. I guess this still somehow has to be put in memory. It's an asset called the anti-cheat toolkit. It basically when you store things like here's your speed and your run speed and stuff like that, it stores them, like it uses a C to randomize them into memory, and then when it reads it, it randomizes or it decrypts it so that you can't find those values easily. But for some reason with 9.81 it doesn't work. Change the HP and ammo values, the game becomes unstable, yeah. So I've tried using the encrypted float. Cool car, bro. I've tried using the encrypted floats or the obscured, not really encrypted, but the obscured floats to store gravity, but cheat engine still finds it. I should email the dude who made it and ask him if he has any advice. New game mechanic, use health as gravity. The dude that made the encryption thing, yeah. So I'm assuming other people have dealt with this too. Because most games have gravity. What's up, Blitzy? How's it going? Runs in flailing a pea shooter. Put the gun down. Put the gun down, Blitzy. It's gonna be okay. Alright, I think that's enough for the wing. Now I gotta actually do the back of the wing. Unless I just mirror it and then flatten it. playing Breath of the Wild when I saw you were on, so I decided to drop by. Thanks for coming by. How far are you in Breath of the Wild? Gone through greenlight? Yeah. Not allowed to talk too much about how to go. Oh, I can show you. There's no thingy on greenlight. Greenlight, shotgun farmers. So if you haven't done any greenlight before, or if you haven't done any greenlight before, you get a stats page, and it shows you how many people have visited your page, how many people vote yes, how many followers you get, how many people vote no, how many people vote ask me later. We got 0 ask me later votes. I guess people were really sure when they saw the game. They were like yes or no right away. You're fourth with the main story, nice. Best bet is to have some way other people could detect if it and call for an auto vote. Yeah, I guess we have to do something like that too. Sucks. But yeah, and then it shows you your progress compared to other games that are on the top 100 of greenlight. So, and then your thingies per day. So it took us 13 days or something. We were somewhere in the top 100. I forget what rank before we got greenlit. And yeah, these are the stats. 1.4k no votes, BRB. Yeah, generally, like, you want to be above 50%. So in greenlight, no votes don't really matter. All that matters is you have a good percentage of yes votes. I guess in that case, no votes do matter, but you know what I mean. Like, your goal is to just stay over half of yes. Ask me later, stupid bind. Yeah, if you're going through games to vote on, why would you ever need to ask you later? Yeah, Skylar got a bunch of ask me later. I'm surprised to see 0. I should have just voted ask me later so that number wasn't 0. Yeah, it was good, great guy. It was nice to have some validation that maybe some people are interested in buying the game. Hopefully at least half these people come back when it comes out on Steam. The game's gonna be $5, Rafi. Your client checks their vertical fail and it's not 9.1, it could call to vote them. So I don't know your values because your gravity is client side, right? So I can't actually check your gravity unless I'm sending it every single frame, which I can do that. I can try to send the player's gravity to the server every frame. That's assuming that it's not being changed, like the cheat engine's not changing it before it gets sent to the server. So I could send like your previous frame's gravity. But then we're screwed if the cheater is a server. Rip. Is Airnet? Well, yeah. I mean, and the game is cartoony. You know, it's not dark or gritty, so it's not for everyone. So no, you know, you're gonna get no votes no matter what your game is. Always. I mean, no game is gonna be for everyone. You know, even Minecraft would get no votes on greenlight if it were on greenlight today, because you know it's just not for some people. Steam take a set amount? Yeah, it's always the same with Steam. Yeah, we can use the XY coordinates, but there are so many situations where a player would be moving, like could seem like they were hacked their gravity. Things like rocket jumping makes them move in a way that's unnatural. Sometimes just falling, moving on something that's moving slowly downwards. Like so many things would return the same delta Y than that a slow gravity would. Actually, a good way of smoothing that out. Is there like a smooth tool in Maya somewhere? $150 hours on Breath of the Wild. Damn. Oh, where's my image playing? Glad I never have to look at it again. Makes it tougher to code in a short period of time, yeah. Playing on the moon with lower gravity for April Fools next year, Rafi. My dream is that if the game does well, I do want to do an update where there's actually a farm on the moon. That's only if the game does well. Have Breath of the Wild? Yeah, I finished it. I didn't do all the shrines though, or obviously all the Korok seeds. How many games have I made? This is my second game. Second commercial game. My first game was this one. Game don't have a central server except for matchmaking finding? Yeah, exactly. It's a peer-to-peer. Peer-to-peer is the easiest way to make a small multiplayer game without having to manage a server, which I don't have the staff or resources for. Companies get that luxury. But you'll be surprised how many multiplayer games you probably played that are peer-to-peer. But I guess just deal with hacking well. I talked to the Duck Game guy, and he was just like, he told me he didn't even put that much anti-cheat in his game. He just kind of hoped players wouldn't cheat, and they didn't. For the most part. I'm sure he had some in there, like the base, which we need to at least cover our bases. Of course, AAA games are almost never peer-to-peer. Because they can afford the gigantic servers, boxes, space, things. $900 Korok seeds, yeah, F that. Those are other game ideas we're working on a game. So I have a real great guy, Peanut. It's the only way I was ever able to finish my last game. So Skyhook was my first game. Before that, a lot of canceled projects, as I'm sure a lot of you guys might have if you're starting out. What kind of mouse am I using? Logitech M510. It's just a little wireless mouse with like a 2-year battery life. I like it. It's not super comfortable because my wrist hurts. Unity freezes whenever I try to open a script. Uh-oh. What happened to your script? Yeah, great guys. So I used to make a new Unity project. Like I guess if I open up my code file, this is a new computer, so I don't even have that much repos, but like there's a bunch of crap already in here besides just the 2 games that I made. So I started a project, work on it for a while, be really excited. Time would pass. I would get less and less excited. I would give up on it, cancel it, start something else, right? And I'm sure a lot of you guys went through the same thing. And the only way I found that I could stick to one project and actually ship it all the way to release is that I don't allow myself to even humor the idea of other game ideas while I'm working on a game. I don't think about it. I don't dream about it. I don't like daydream about it. I don't fantasize about it. Nothing. If some idea comes to me, I'll write it down, but I won't explore it any further. Like I won't even let myself go down the rabbit hole because I know where that hole leads. It leads to quitting or getting too excited about another idea or getting unexcited about a current idea. And so I don't allow myself to even touch other game ideas while working on something. Sometimes I'll take a break to do a jam, and even that can get dangerous because sometimes my jam games will get exciting and I'll be like, oh, I kind of want to work on this now. Not even dream about it. Nope. I'll just wake myself up. So yeah, that's my technique. I don't necessarily think this will work for everyone, but it's been working well enough for me. Like I shipped my last game. I know I'm going to ship this game, and I think it's all because I don't allow myself to get entertained by basically cheat on my game ideas. So I'm going to continue that trend. So when a game is done, I have other game ideas that I'd love to make, but they're not anywhere near fleshed out where I could just start them. Wish you were strong-minded. You can do it. You just got to go like this. Like that. I have multiple half-finished games better than nothing. Yeah, but it makes such a big difference once you have one full finished game. So if you find yourself doing a lot of half finished games, I would recommend, trying out the no cheating technique, the game dev monogamy technique. You have a team that will hit you if you have come up with other ideas. Sometimes the whole team will go down that path, and then they'll all be fantasizing about a new game idea, and then everybody gets disheartened about their current game. Berserker, any advice for when you want to make a game but can't come up with a game idea? Go outside of games. Watch some movies. Watch maybe some new interesting TV shows you haven't seen before. Read a book on something that's unrelated to stuff that you've been looking at. Like if you want to make a sci-fi game, don't just feel like you have to read sci-fi books or watch sci-fi movies. Just watch and read things in all kinds of genres. And the idea will come to you when you don't even expect it. Like the worst thing is when you're trying to find a game idea, because that's probably when you're not going to find it. And I know because I try all the time when I'm in between projects, and it never comes. It never ever comes. It only comes when you don't want it. Always have more ideas than time to implement them all. Just get a time machine, John. I don't know what you're doing. Just get a time machine. It's all good. Oh crap, wrong button. Ideas I don't have time to do. Ideas I won't have time to do. How many hours did you spend in this game so far? It's been 135 days, right? Today's 135. On average, 6 to 14 hours a day. So I say on average with two different values. So I'll probably say on average 10 to 11 hours a day. I said two values again. On average, 10 hours a day. So what is that? 1,350 hours. When is Convention Tycoon, Bramby? When Shotgun Farmers Moonside is out. If Shotgun Farmers can fund Convention Tycoon, that would be so awesome. If we can actually use the money from Shotgun Farmers to make Content Tycoon, that would be amazing. Shotgun Farmers, your wish list, thanks, dude. If anybody else hasn't, you can put Shotgun Farmers on your wish list so you find out when it goes on sale soon. I won't link here to not tempt the Quasmeister. Link what? Your ideas? Please don't. Please don't. A, someone in chat might steal them, like me. And B, you might actually demotivate someone and or me in chat who's working on a project right now. Don't ruin us, Levi. How old were you when you made my first game? My first game came out last year. I was 28 last year. I'm 29 now. I was 26 when I started making games. 25? Something like that. I was playing The Matrix. Did we stretch? We didn't! Good call! It's stretch time! So old! I am. It's almost gray hairs. If you guys are new around here, whoa. This is the moment we get out of our chairs and take 30 seconds to stretch our arms and legs to keep them from falling apart while we do game development. Oh, wrong screen. Now I'm tiny. Forgot to do this. So, if you can, I highly recommend getting your ass out of your chair, standing up if possible, and doing a little bit of stretches. I promise it takes 30 seconds, then it'll be done and we'll get back to work. So let's get started. I'm going to stretch my wrists, grabbing my left wrist with my right hand and pulling it very softly towards my body. I get a tiny stretch on my wrist, not enough to hurt myself. And then pull it back the other way. Time to strap some, wait, what did you say? Time to snap some joints. No, Levi, I think you're stretching wrong. Now I'm going to grab my right hand with my left hand and pull it softly too. I know you probably are sitting down and like, I don't want to stretch, don't make me get up. But I promise getting that blood flowing through your arms and legs will make you feel good. Get you even more. Dude, this chicken's looking cool. This chicken's going to be awesome in game. Alright, arm across the chest. Yeah, stretch time is a great idea, and it's the worst because when I'm not streaming, the days I don't stream, I don't do it. And then after I'm done, I'm like, man, everything hurts. Oh, it's because I didn't do stretch time. All right, other arm. Sister, stretch your shoulders and your triceps. Illuminati. All right, now let's roll our shoulders. 10 times forward. And 10 times backwards. Man, it's gonna be so cool if we can get the chicken's gobble thing to actually wiggle, but let's go. All right, now let's touch our toes. So my feet are shoulder width apart. I'm gonna reach for my right toe. If you can't touch your toes, just reach as far as you can. And the more you do stretch time, the closer you get to those toes. bring all that blood back into your feet after sitting still for so long. All right, and now let's go for the other one. What's up, Super Crazy Mark? Huh. All right, let's shake it out. Let's get back to making some games. Whoa! Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Almost spilled my coffee all over my table. If you watch me do it, can I just say I did it? You can say it, but you won't feel it. You won't feel as good as I'm feeling right now. I promise you won't regret it. I know it sucks to get up because I don't want to do it either. But you won't regret it. This chicken needs eyeballs. The eyes in shotgun farmers are usually just these cylinder shapes, or rather oval. But the chicken has a rounded head, which is going to actually make this pretty challenging. Do you have a job apart from this game dev? If not, how do you support myself? I do freelance work and streaming to support myself. Some sales from my other game. But yeah, I quit my job about a year and a half ago to focus on game development. Or quit my day job, rather. And this is my job now. Four times a week? Nice! That's awesome, dude. Swimming is so good for you. Does streaming help or hurt productivity? You know, in the beginning, I used to feel like it hurt. I used to feel like I did more work, or I was faster. And I guess I'm relatively probably faster when I'm not streaming. But I actually get more work done when I'm streaming now, so it's actually been helping productivity a lot. Because when I'm streaming for that 4 hours straight, I can't do anything else. Like I can't browse, I can't check my email, I can't browse the internet, I can't watch a random YouTube video, I can't watch a random clip of like John Oliver or something. So I have to keep working, and so it keeps me going. I don't even stop to go to the bathroom sometimes. I can't get a snack or whatever. Like I mean, I can do these things, but I don't because I'm focused and I'm hanging out with you guys. So I found that streaming, once I've gotten used to streaming and gotten more comfortable doing it, it's maybe more productive than the days and the times where I'm not streaming. But I do think it takes a while to get there as a streamer. What was my old job? I was a web developer. Pulled out my early teen years laptop, move over some antivirus software. Within 3 minutes, found 25 viruses. What were you doing on that laptop, Sky? You're just gonna mess up an accident? Oh, that sucks, dude. Yeah, swimming is perfect for something like that. And so every eye has an open and a close for blinking. Watching a Unity tutorial, Skytech. Yeah. In the olden days, Unity tutorials had a lot of viruses. So I like to make the blink one actually a little bit wider than the open one. Helps kind of maintain the volume of it being squished down. So just instead of laying on my bed eating chocolate chips out of a cup on my forehead while doing bike pedals? Wait, how did you get a cup on your forehead? Alright, chicken. This is upper beak. Lower beak. Wow. Did not realize that we were 41 minutes past normal stream time. I was having so much fun working on this chicken. Time flies when you're chickening. Baka! Baka! Buck, 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 baka! About to graduate. Nice. Can't wait to start game dev. I need someone to hear me say this so they can disappoint myself if I don't do any game dev. Great guy. I'll be here. I love making people feel terrible. I love making people feel terrible about themselves. So, I'll be here to make you feel bad if you don't do it. Chicken was worth the extra time. It was. It's going to be so. The moment I got the cows in the game for the first time, I felt like it made such a difference in feeling like you were actually on a farm. Even though they're not even that animated and stuff, like just their existence really helps sell the fact that you are on a goddamn farm. And I think chickens and sheep, chickens, sheep, and pig are going to be the next level of that. Mirroring. Actually, I'm not going to mirror anything yet because I'm going to have to UV it. But can you eat the chicken? You cannot eat the chicken, but you can carry it in your hands for one of the game modes. Stream forever. Forever. I don't know. I guess which map? I guess we could put chickens hanging out on most of the maps. But I think it's really. I guess for the oddball game mode, we'd have to hide the chickens because that would get kind of confusing. I don't know. I'll eat every chicken in this room. What's up, Schrader? I think I'll take 2 chickens. We should actually take a look at what these chickens feel like in game. So let's do this real quick. Ah. It's a freaking shotgun farmer's chicken. Oh, I screwed something up. Eyes can remind you of Coraline's button eyes. It is a little creepy. It is a little creepy. I've been thinking about that lately about the characters too. It does make them look a little bit creepy. Like one running a tavern? What? What do you mean running a tavern? Just get the sizing is right. Chickens have lifeless eyes anyways, that's true. Let's export this as chicken. Chickens lay the Easter eggs. Chicken theme map would be cool, or the chickens are the people. Scope. Oh no. Chicken has a random butt in front of it. The Amazing Tiny Build Humble Bundle? Yeah, isn't it awesome? It's like all of their games. Where's that chicken? There it is! I'm coming, chicken! I'm coming! Isn't it adorable? It's a little chicken. Chicken made of rocks. Hey, little buddy. How's it hanging? Whoa, what is that? Oh, it's smoke. Glowing smoke. Make him bigger! The chicken's bigger? Could be a bit bigger. Yeah, I think you guys are right. That's more like a chick. This is a chicken. This is Shadow of the Chicken Losses. Chicken! Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom nom. I can't ride you. Mount. But yeah, so now when you play the oddball game mode, there'll be a chicken in the middle of the map, and then you have to pick it up and capture it and hold on to it for 2 minutes. The amount of money I pay for this game is in direct correlation to the chicken size. Chicken should be a boss fight. Yep, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be great. Chicken freak out while you carry it? It should, yeah. I hope so. I don't know how. We'll have to figure out a way to animate the... Just going buck, 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 buck. That's gonna be, it's gonna be interesting. 2.5 is probably a good scale. Turn the chicken to its chicken mama in that game mode. Aw. Giant chicken boss stage. Sky looks cool. Thanks, man. Yeah, I changed the skybox so it's orange now, and I changed the fog. So I use a new fog asset that makes the fog more stylized. So it makes, I can set different layers of color for each thing in the distance. You can see things that are closer are this dark orange. Things that are further away are a lighter orange. Which is cute. So it kind of looks like an old Western poster. Shadow of the Cock Losses. So you're gonna figure out why I care. I refuse to buy. Yeah, right? The chicken's just laying in your hand dead. It would destroy the game feel of just like, you're just holding this chicken that's just sitting there. So it would probably be a few hours animated, but it'll definitely be worth the time. Oh yeah, like chickens or birds keep their heads like perfectly still. It's amazing. Velociraptors would do the same thing, in theory, because they're birds. That would be amazing. Can you carry the chicken upside down? Asking for a friend. I don't know how that would happen. I don't know what could cause it to happen. Oh, this is like a human-sized chicken. It's a mega chicken. I don't know when you could. Maybe there's a random chance it could be upside down because it doesn't affect it. Yeah, I actually like that idea. What if like, because it's just going to be a prefab that's in your hand. So maybe randomly chicken is upside down. Must freak out when carried. Final boss mode where the team who defeats their first boss wins. The bosses are on the opposing team. Scope! Chicken sight mode for anti-shake and better aiming. Now that is a chicken. 1% of the time your farmer picks it up upside down. Yeah, I totally agree, Sluck. I think that's a great idea. Rideable chicken, damn it, Crib. I want to do rideable pigs, but I don't think it's going to happen before release. Right? What's the... Besides horses, what do you ride the most? Or what's the funniest thing to ride? I think it's a hog, right? Is it worth buying a Switch? I bought it for the Wii U. It's about the same. It performs slightly less sometimes, but it's the exact same experience, same graphics and everything. So if you have a Wii U, I would buy it for that. Don't buy a console just for a game. Add a drone so the farmer can have an aerial view to see his enemies. You know, I've always wondered how a minimap would make sense, and they might just that'd be the best way to explain a minimap is using a drone to watch the players. Can't ride pigs. That's copyrighted Minecraft. You can ride pigs in Minecraft? They can only ride horses. I never rode a pig. Okay. Chicken progress. Looking pretty good. It's going to be awesome. But it is time for me to go. Thank you guys so much for an awesome stream. Thank you for keeping me motivated to get the chicken done. I kind of never thought we'd actually get a chicken in the game. And now we're 50% of the way there. Just got to rig them up. The rigs are usually really simple. And we got to animate the crap out of them. So the chicken should be in game super soon. And then we can work on the pig and the sheep and the horse and the other things and everything else that needs to be in the game, I guess, somehow. I'm not sure. But it'll be a thing. We've got like 9 days to finish the game. So I need to make a leveling system soon. Probably after the chicken. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know if it's possible. But I guess we'll just keep trying. Or something. To finish it. Or something. But thank you guys for hanging out today. Keeping me motivated. For all the ideas. For all the bits. For the donations. For the follows. For the subs and resubs. You guys are freaking awesome. If you're new to the show, we do 3D art. We do programming. We do crying. We do commiserating. Hashtag no sleep. If you enjoyed the show so far and you haven't already, please hit that follow button. You'll get alerts when we go live. And if you hate the show and you hate chickens, subscribe button is the best way to express your hatred. Captain Quasi Crunch. If you're streaming, of course, dude. Thank you for hanging out. I will see you guys on today's Wednesday, so Friday for our next stream. Hanging out, making some more animals for the game. Now for now, let's get ready for an old-fashioned Twitch raid. So if you guys don't know how to raid works, I'm going to put a streamer's link in chat. We're going to head into their channel. We're going to spam the crap out of them with this message. The Jerk Squad is here. So copy and paste that message. Get it ready. Because we're going to be, streaming. We're going to be raiding the very awesome Starlight Skies. Thank you for hanging out, Shu. I appreciate it. And thank you again for the fence asset. It's freaking amazing. So guys, let's go drop some love on Starlight Skies. Grab that raid message. Let's get ready. Let's see what she's working on. Until then, I will see you on Friday. Don't die. Whatever you do. Seriously though.